Hello, my name is Kiriath, and today we are going to have a little chat about a few things. We're going to talk about the fact that new releases are back on the menu. I don't know why they're back on the menu. There's going to be a price adjustment in June, which is not great. Maybe take that off the menu if you wanted to. And we're going to have a little chat about the big old Warhammer 40k preview. Tomorrow, there's been a line. A promise has been made. Well, not really a promise. We'll get to it. So, first up, new releases. This is mainly just to tell you, in case you weren't aware, that we will be able to pre-order stuff from the 30th of May. New models will once again be a thing. Actual new releases. Do you remember those? Do you remember them? It's been 2 months. God, that 2 months. I don't know. It sort of felt like 2 days and approximately 200 years all at the same time. Those of us who have been, in lockdown and isolation, and those of you who haven't had to keep going to work normally, hats off if you have been, by the way, because goddamn, yeah, what a weird amount of time. Also, I mean, Games Workshop not making models for 2 months, given they are a miniatures company, that is literally what they do. That is a long time without any new product. So, but yeah. We'll be able to buy those from the 30th of May. I did like in the article it says, after a 2-month hiatus, and there's a footnote that says, during which we're sure you took the opportunity to finish all your unpainted models. Yep, yeah, that was absolutely, yes. Yeah, no. Anyway, moving on, price adjustment. Oh, okay, we'll bring it up, and there's not a huge amount to say about it, to be honest. We've said all of this before during other price adjustments. So from the 1st of June, around 400 Warhammer products will change in price. As they say, there are well over 3,000 items available right now. Most of the items that are changing haven't moved in price for years, and the recommended retail price on the majority of Warhammer will stay the same, as it would, because, yeah. Even so, we wanted to give you a heads up so you can have a chance to pick up anything you were looking to add to your collection ahead of the charges. To make this even easier, we've collected all these items together and popped them in one handy place over on gamesworkshop.com. Now, we're not going to go through all of these, like item by item, because that would take literally forever, and yeah, there's no point. That's not going to be helpful to anyone, really. It'd be quicker just to go through it yourself, which I've put a link in the description for the article, and so you'll be able to do that. The Battle Sanctum going up in price was surprising because that is not a new model, an old model. It is a new model, but it looks like pretty much all scenery is going up in price anyway. A lot of it. To be honest, I'm not at all surprised the Sigmarite Mausoleum's going up. I did notice that the first time I had a quick glance through this list because, well, you get a shed load of scenery in that. I got the Warcry version of that, and I was amazed at how much stuff was in there. Especially given that you have the, you get the mat that goes along with it. I mean, 55 quid for that. I was quite impressed with how much was in there. Unfortunately, there is stuff in there that I'd really prefer not to go up, like the Land Raider, Crusader, and Redeemer. That would be preferable if those could not go up in price, but yeah, as you can see, a lot of scenery in here. A lot of scenery. Also, paints and spray cans. I was kind of hoping that there'd be one of those on the page so we could show. But yeah, there's a mix. A bit of a mix. It's a bit of a mixed bag. I don't really know. I don't think there's anything extra to add when it comes to price increases. We've talked about this before. There have been price increases before. It's never a positive thing. It's never something where we all sit there and go, woohoo, I love paying more for the same thing. You don't. No one likes that. So I can't say I'm particularly chuffed about it. The timing isn't great either, to be fair. I mean, we're in a weird situation at the moment. The economy is not doing brilliantly with everything that's going on. And there are people who are genuinely struggling day to day when it comes to money. So price hikes in that sort of time period are not ideal. That being said, I doubt this was a thing where they sat there and went, everything's uncertain, let's increase the price on a few things. This has probably been set to go for however long, and there's not really any good time to do it. In fact, actually, them not making anything for 2 months, just having no production, and having all their staff effectively at home, that, I don't know. Not ideal, not perfect, not really what anyone wants, but at the same time, yeah, there's not really anything fresh to say other than don't like it, but I'm not gonna lose my rag over it. And I will say as well, even if you don't like it, even if you hate it, the people in charge of making this decision are not the people operating, say, the Facebook page. There's been a couple of comments I've read today that have been absolutely unacceptable towards the people who are literally just tasked with giving this information out. They're not doing it. They're not sitting there and going, guys, I just feel like getting abused for a couple of hours. Can we raise prices? No. Don't shout at the people who are just telling you. It's not them. They're not doing it. The way to protest is to not buy the stuff. That, unfortunately, is how the system works. Shouting at the people who gave you the news doesn't actually change anything. It just makes the people who gave you the news wish that they didn't have to give you any news at all. So, yeah. I think that's the only extra thing I'd add. It sucks, but don't be horrible to social media people for it. It's not their fault, is it? Anyway, moving on to the preview. So, there's a line in this. Okay, so this is the article for how to catch the Warhammer 40,000 preview. The big Warhammer 40,000 preview. Sorry, got to make sure you add the word big in there. We've had 3 jam-packed previews online so far, revealing jaw-dropping new Warhammer models for loads of different games. A veritable avalanche of awesome. We also heard you loud and clear. You said you wanted more Warhammer 40k. They're being very diplomatic there. They're being very diplomatic. If you've been in the Twitch chat for any of the previews, you know full well that people have not said, we would like some more Warhammer 40,000. What they've done is shouted incessantly about how no one cares about anything but 40k, get on with it, stop it, I just want to watch 40k, why aren't you talking about 40k? Still, they've acknowledged it in a very polite way, so well done. So tomorrow, we're ready to unleash the biggest, grimdarkest preview ever. Also, we'll talk about. Okay, look. Here's where you can see the thing in the times. So 2 p.m. UK, 9 a.m. party. Oh God, your time zones in America always screw me up. And then look, I'll put a link in the description. Be able to see it yourselves. All fine, all good. Let's go back to this lineup here again, right? They're ready to unleash the biggest, grimdarkest preview ever. That is a statement of bravery, to be totally honest. Now, I hope that it is the biggest, grimdarkest preview ever. That would be awesome. That would be great. That would be what the people have wanted for quite some time. But if it's not, that could get you in trouble. Of course, this is just standard, hype/marketing language. It's all to get you excited and get you ready to go and get you fully, the hype train has pulled into the station, we're all getting aboard. That is the kind of line that can backfire on you. However, take it at face value. Let's take it at face value for a minute. What could that actually mean? Are we going to see close combat Primaris, maybe? Are we going to regain some of that classic Space Marine feel of assault squads and Vanguard veterans and chainsword-equipped, actual in-your-face Marine action? Are we going to see something like that? Are we going to see actually dedicated close combat stuff in terms of things in Gravis armour, Terminator-esque? I mean, everyone loves an Assault Terminator. Everyone loves an Assault Terminator. They are fancy as anything. They've got ridiculous close combat weapons. They can just blast down, appear in the battlefield, shrug off all but the most powerful weapons, and then beat people to death with giant fists, or, really, given they're Assault Terminators, with thunder hammers and with lightning claws. That to me is one of the things that makes Space Marines so cool. They are versatile. They can do literally everything, but the Primaris don't do literally everything. They just sort of stand back there and shoot at things, which is fine, but it's not grimdark. It's not covered in gore, blood spattered, cleaving the enemy in twain, if you will. All of that's missing. And just that would make them a bit more interesting, a bit more in line with what I think Space Marines are to a lot of people. Just an acknowledgement of that ability instead of this kind of standoffish tactical approach to things. There's also, I mean, the biggest grimdarkest preview ever kind of implies something horrendous happening, something massive going on, something awful, really. We keep seeing stuff about the Necrons being, capable of having some sort of weird attack and energy field, life-sapping device. I don't even know what to call it. The 2 short stories that we've seen recently that talk about, a world just being stripped of its will to live, essentially. The ship drifting where people are just starved to death because they couldn't be bothered to go anywhere or do anything or even think, really. A flayed one taking someone's skin off, wearing it, and then impersonating them, using knowledge that the flayed one should not have. All of this stuff is pretty grim, it's pretty dark. I'm kind of... I don't want to get, massively over-hopeful. I don't want to get, excited about stuff that may not even possibly be true, but if we got a bit more cosmic horror out of the Necrons again, that'd be good. That'd bring back some hefty grimdark. If we had a big refresh of that faction, if a bunch of the stuff was renewed, or was, mind you, the Necron Warriors are going up for price increase, so I don't think they're going to be replaced. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It's a bold line to take. Admittedly, things have been getting grimmer. The Psychic Awakening stories, some of them have been really, really horror-based, which is awesome, and something I want to see more of. Saying it out loud, though, the biggest, grimdarkest preview ever? I mean, it really could mean anything, and I think the main issue is that it could also mean nothing, which is what I'm really hoping is not the case. But at least we don't have long to wait. I mean, it is on at 1:45, well, 2 p.m. Is when the article is starting to be updated, which, when it's 4 p.m. now for me, just about. So not long at all. What a brave statement to make, though. I really hope it lives up to that. I really hope it lives up to that. Anyway, that's enough of that. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think might be happening tomorrow in the comments down below. If you've got any thoughts, theories, ideas as to what we might see, what the biggest, grimdarkest preview ever could possibly entail. And in the meantime, feel free to click all the things, Patreon, video, subscribe, all that stuff. Click it if you like, don't click it if you don't want to. And as always, there's an affiliate link for Element Games in the description that you can use to support the channel if you would like to. I leave it in your capable hands. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.